Shalom. All praise to the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well. Peace and salutation, brothers, hopefully pushing His word in truth and sincerity. Alright, this video here is why chase the bag when you can have milk and honey? Alright, so a popular saying here in the world is, oh, I'm chasing the bag, I'm gonna get me a bag. That's I'm focused on. My focus on stacking my paper, like I said, chasing that bag. And it's all about just money or carnal things here in this kingdom and here. And the thing is, chasing that bag will lead you nowhere. It will lead you to nothing. Matter of fact, chasing the bag will lead you to wanting. It will leave you wanting. All right, because you'll be in a constant state of wanting more and more and more and more by chasing this bag, because that's how it's designed to set up. So thus you'll basically be on that hamster wheel, chasing that carrot, never catching up to it. All right. So and a lot of our people talk about that all the time. They want to chase their bag, stack their paper, get them a house, stack up, be able to save for retirement, all these carnal things when, give us this day our daily bread. We need to be worried about our daily, just don't worry at all, but just know that we worry about day by day. All right. But I don't want to get a couple scriptures on this chasing this bag ordeal. And this how Esau Edom actually messes us over as a people. This is Leviticus chapter 19, verse 13. Thou shalt not defraud thy neighbor, neither rob him. The wages of him that is hired shall not abide with thee all night until the morning. So it's literally telling you that whatever you work for, with the work that you do that day, you should literally be paid for a day's worth of work. So every day that you work, you should actually be getting paid every day. But in Esau's kingdom, you get paid more, for the most part, every 2 weeks. Some people get paid once a month. Some people get paid once a week. But hardly any people actually get paid day by day for a day's worth of work. Not no, regular salary or regular, W2 job or anything like that. You could possibly find it with a 1099, but you know what I'm saying. But that's not bigged up here in Esau's kingdom, is paying someone their daily wages. But that's in the law that we actually should. So think about that. You chasing that bag, Esau really fucking you over by taking from you. But he taxing everything you got. And then on top of that, you have to wait 14 days, 2 weeks on average, for a paycheck. You have to wait 2 weeks on average to get the money. Think about this. If I worked, when I'm saying if, think about when we work on this one particular day, we're not getting paid for that particular day's worth of work until 14 days later, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's wicked as hell. All right, but that comes from chasing this bag. But that's your reward. You cool with that. There's another. This should register with anyone. Yeah. This is Haggai chapter 1 verse 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes. All right. So you sow, you're not bringing in much. You're eating, but you don't have enough. You're drinking, you don't have enough drink. You got clothes, but you're not warm. But You done earn the wages, put into a bag with holes. So you chasing that bag, you're literally putting into a bag with holes. Meaning, that's why I made that reference to that hamster wheel, chasing the hamster on a hamster wheel, chasing the carrot. It's a constant cycle. Like, for instance, you get money, things you get money, and it comes, it leaves your hand. When you get it, it comes out. Like, you can't save money here in this kingdom. All right, because if you don't spend all your money on bills, when you do get extra money, other stuff finna come up. If you do get extra money, oh shoot, this bill came out of nowhere, or this didn't happen, or when you get extra money, dang, I got an accident, dang, I got a flat tire, dang, I gotta get this thing fixed on my car, dang, a hurricane that came, now I gotta get this fixed. Or hey, I was denied this request. Like, things gonna always come up, but that's how Yahweh Shema Shah works, especially with this, with his chosen people, because we actually need to be appreciative. We need to be appreciative of that who know this truth, because that's also a way of keeping us humble. Because if we just got everything that we wanted here in this kingdom, I promise you that pride, you'll have pride. And then you won't even think about doing the work of the Lord anymore. All right. But your money is like putting into a bag with holes. You got a coin, you put it into the bag, it drops out the bottom of the bag. You find another coin, put it into the bag, drops out the bottom of the bag. Find another coin, put it into the bag, drops out the bottom of the bag. So thus you end up not having anything at the end of the day. All right. But that's what you get when you focus on the bag. But that's why I said, why focus on the bag when you can have milk and honey? Okay? This is Leviticus chapter 20, verse 22. It says, "Ye shall therefore keep all my statutes and all my judgments and do them, that the land whither I bring you to dwell therein spew you not out." Okay? This was when Lord let Moses know that of the laws, statutes, and commandments, that if we do them, we'll be brought into a land, as he said, which was the land of Canaan, which is not Israel, which would be a land flowing with milk and honey, meaning it would be prosperous, it would be rich and fertile. Okay? But if we didn't keep it, it said they would spew us out. Verse 23. "And ye shall not walk in the manners of the nation which I cast out before you." Because remember, there were people living there, and we drove them out. "Which I cast out before you, for they committed all these things, and therefore I abhorred them. But I have said unto you, ye shall inherit their land, and I will give it unto you to possess it, a land that floweth with milk and honey. I am Yahweh, your power, which have separated you from other people." And how did he separate us? By this up here. Therefore keep all my statutes and all my judgments and do them. The law, statutes, and commandments are how we are separated from all the other nations on the planet Earth. Why? Because the law, statutes, and commandments were not given to any other nation but Israel. So thus, we were holy. We were separate. Okay? And if we follow them, we'll get that land flowing with milk and honey. We'll get that rich and fertile land. All right. This is Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 6. This is just kind of giving a little history. Okay? "In the day that I lifted up mine hand unto them to bring them forth of the land of Egypt into a land that I had espied for them, flowing with milk and honey, which is the glory of all lands." So that means that the land that Yahweh Shema Shah chose for us, Israel, his chosen people, okay, it was the glory of all lands, meaning it was the best of the best of the best. Okay, it was the best land of all the lands that were given. Then said I unto them, cast ye away every man the abominations of his eyes, and defile not yourselves with the idols of Egypt. I am Yahweh your power. Okay? So once again, we were not supposed to be following after the ways of the heathen. But they rebelled against me, and would not hearken unto me. They did not every man cast away the abomination of their eyes, neither did they forsake the idols of Egypt. Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them to accomplish mine anger against them in the midst of the land of Egypt. But I wrought for my name's sake that it should not be polluted before the heathen, among whom they were, and in whose sight I made myself known unto them in bringing them forth out of the land of Egypt. Okay? So he was going to destroy them, but this is going back into when Moses had entreated the Lord, basically made interceded on our behalf, to remind him, hey, you said you made this promise to us. He said he wanted to destroy us and just start over and raise up a nation through Moses. You know what I'm saying? But Moses had reminded them of that promise he made. And then he said, he basically said, what good is it that you brought us out of Egypt and then to destroy us? So you showed your miracles, showed who you love, showed everything you did unto Egypt and all the other nations, the other nations round about, and then you destroyed the people. You know what I'm saying? You had to bring all that. So verse 10 says, wherefore I caused them to go forth out of the land of Egypt, and brought them into the wilderness. And I gave them my statutes, and showed them my judgments, which if a man do, he shall even live in them. Moreover also I gave them my Sabbaths, to be a sign between me and them, that they might know that I am Yahweh, that sanctified them. But the house of Israel rebelled. Okay? We didn't choose the land flowing with milk and honey. Alright? Against me in the wilderness. They walk not in my statutes, and they despise my judgments. Which if a man do, he shall even live in them, and my Sabbath they greatly polluted. Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them in the wilderness to consume them. But I wrought for my name's sake that it should not be polluted before the heathen, in whose sight I brought them out. Okay? Once again, he remembered his promise. See what I'm saying? We didn't keep up our end of the bargain, but he remembered his promise. Okay? Yet also I lifted up my hand unto them in the wilderness, that I would not bring them into the land, which I had given them, flowing with milk and honey, which is the glory of all lands, because they despised my judgments and walked not in my statutes, but polluted my Sabbaths, for their heart went after their idols. All right. So that's going into that particular generation of people that kept rebelling against Yahweh Shem Shai, and it kept going off. So he allowed them to walk around 40 years with no direction in the wilderness until all of them died. And so thus the new generation would enter into the kingdom of heaven. Salaki, not the kingdom of heaven, would enter into the land of Canaan, through Joshua and Caleb. Okay? That's all that happened there. All right, but just a quick little lesson. It wasn't meant to be long. This was just why chase the bag when you can have milk and honey. Okay, so why focus on the things in this world, in this kingdom, or money, Federal Reserve notes, that which is not true money, but why focus on that when you can have the land of milk that's flowing with milk and honey? Why focus on that when you can have the kingdom of heaven? Okay? So call all you how about you, Hope you edified. Shalom.